Welcome back to Internet. It's time for another live action review. Welcome once again. It's going to be on Alice in Borderland season 2, which honestly, what a season. Not sure if I liked the ending as much as I wish I did, but there is going to be a season 3 promised next year. We don't know how soon season 3 will be here, but we'll see. Season 2 is as long as season 1, just 8 episodes. It has a way bigger casting, I feel, in season than season 1. Although season 1, like the last few episodes when they were in the beach, had a lot of people, but a lot of people survived, and we saw some of them come out in season 2. We do see a lot of characters that we thought were dead, or we weren't really sure they were dead and they were alive. And then other characters confirmed dead. So, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media by checking the description below. And yeah, let's start this review. Okay, so Adasu and Usagi are the main characters still. Adasu is the nerdy video game obsessed dude who we met in season 1. Season 2, he's a little bit less of a wimp in some ways. And Usagi is less of a just kind of like heartless person. She and Adasu kind of have feelings. They do have, it's confirmed they have feelings for each other in season 2, romantic feelings for each other. It's a very much. It almost feels like they rushed through season 2. Haven't read the manga. The manga itself, I believe, is, let me double check, but what doesn't show up here? But the manga is pretty extensive from what I've heard. So it almost felt like the series rushed through it. Um, Season 3, yeah, I don't get anything here from the manga itself, but um, it it is kind of rushed compared to season 1. Season 1 was really setting up the character, setting up the world, whereas season 2 is, here's the world, we're gonna go through it, right? So if you forgot, in season 1, essentially it ends with them getting all the number cards. Season 2 is about getting them all the face cards. So you have Jack, Queen, and King, and then you have the 4 different suits, right? Um, and we really only see them play a few games. Other games were pretty much rushed through. Um, but one of the main games is a king that keeps reoccurring, and this king is essentially chasing everyone down and killing them. And he ends up being the last boss at the end of the day. Or no, second to last boss. The queen, a queen, is actually the last one they take down. But the official long arc game that we see first is a king, and essentially it's kind of like a tag game as well as capture the flag. Like there's a mixture of both, and there is side characters that come up that we fall in love with, like we really get attached to, and things happen. Like one guy breaks his hand completely, and in order to win, and Adisu's group is able to be victorious in that. While that's happening, um, Chishisha, Chish, Chishisha, Shuntaro is his real name. Shuntaro is doing his own thing. He's the medical student, and he's kind of like the more cool guy that we met in season 1 halfway. He is kind of doing he's doing his own games. Like he goes against the king by himself, and essentially it's a math game, and in order for him to prove that the king has to be fair with his game, the king ends up purposely killing himself. Um, and like there's this whole mindset of I choose how I die and so on and so forth. So, um, yeah, he his whole run, Shuntaro's run, is insane in how lucky he is to actually win the both games that we see him play. Crazy. That's one of them. The one before that one is even crazier, where essentially um, they get a suit, different suit in the back of their neck every day, and they're supposed to guess it or have someone tell them what it is, and then give it to the whoever the judge is, and if it's wrong, they're killed. If it's right, they survive. So people start lying left and right. People are just kind of like trying to save themselves, and everyone ends up killing each other till the very end. There's like four or five left, and it's insane how Shintaro is able to survive that game as well. Um, the king hunting them down again, very much recurrence. Essentially, all our main characters, Suguru, Hikari, uh, Rizuna, Shuntaro, Usagi, Arisu, all of them join together to go against this guy, and all the girls, and with the help of Suguru, they go against him to give time for Arisu to plan a trap for him. And this is where, gosh, it's an amazing scene. It's a very action packed scene. If you like the series for the action, this is probably the scenes that you want, and it is pretty action packed. The guy takes down most of them down, and the fact that he lost was just pure luck from all of these characters. And the only thing is that a lot of these characters were really gunned down, and at the very end, they're kind of all like clinging to life, and they're like, "Oh, I'm still alive here." And Arisu goes and competes with Usagi against the last face card, which is a queen. Now, she is she plays mind games, and this one mind game is that he convinces Arisu that he's actually just insane and he's in an asylum, and all the people that he's living with or playing these games with are just other members in the asylum, and he believes it. Like he goes into like as a viewer, you're also kind of believing it because you just kind of go to this trance of like he's in an asylum, and all the people that now he confronted are either medics or members of the asylum, and he's just there because his friends died, and he invented this whole story of how they died, and they didn't really die in the story, and it's insane, but it takes Usagi, and I won't say what it takes her to do, but it takes her to really push him to the limit for him to wake up. And the ending, it basically the game asks everyone if they want to stay as a citizen of the Borderland or if they want to return. And most of them say they want to return, for the exception of few. A few say they're going to stay. So the ones that return, they return, and in the real world, what happened is a meteor hit Japan directly where they were in, and it just happens that all the characters were in that one area, and everyone who survived the games survived the meteor hit, and they're in the hospital recovering, whereas everyone else died, like his friends. But no one remembers anything. They kind of have something in the back that maybe, and we have this like epic scene of Arisu and Usagi kind of going like, "I think I know you, but I don't know why I think I know you," and she's like, "You know what? I think I know you too," and that's really it. And at the very, very, very end of the season, we just get a camera glancing down to the Joker card. So season three is going to be about the Joker cards, I'm guessing, and I'm wondering if this world is even a real world or it's another hallucination that we are having like we had in the previous episode. So don't know what's going on, but it's a really, really good series. Um, I believe it won awards. Double checking here, but yes, it did win awards. Uh, nominated for Creative Beyond a Border. It got nominated in 2021 for Best Cinematographic Film, Best Visual or Special VX in TV Series, and Best Direction in a Fiction Series. All of them won in 2021 for the Asian Academy Creative Awards, and some through the third Asia Contents Award. So, yeah, well deserved. It's won awards. A great series. Um, Honestly, it's one of those things that because I don't believe there's an anime series. There's manga, but there's not an anime series. I think now anime would do good for this series, and I think that is the best way to bring in a live action is manga, live action, and then anime. So I don't know. Could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.